make sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive videos never before seen on YouTube. And don't forget to also check out the memberships on my channel page to join and gain access to perks and see videos early. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell and be notified of new videos. All the support goes to the production of the channel for better content. Now let's get into the video. Oh yes, I finally returned. I've missed you guys a lot. It has been 6 days since I have finally done a video. I've missed you guys a lot. So I've been itching to do a video so bad. I finally got my computer back. It's working fantastic. I'm really excited to get back on the grind again and make the videos that you guys deserve. I will also be putting out the poll for the question that I've asked before for you new what if ideas, and you guys can vote so we can do another series on top of this one. As you guys seem to enjoy this series, I'm going to continue it. Now, what if Frieza raised Goku Part 2? Bulma and Yamcha, who are now on the Namekian spaceship, going right over to Namek to potentially find these Dragon Balls to help them see if they can find a way to wish back any of the fighters or find a way to get stronger. They still haven't thought about what they're going to do and potentially see if they can get rid of King Piccolo or do something to try and get rid of this evil. Maybe the Namekians, who obviously are the same species as King Piccolo, maybe they know a weakness that he has or something that they can use to help. Now, once when they would arrive, Goku of course was following up behind them. Now Goku is actually a little bit away, so it will take him a couple of days until he will land on Namek as well. So you don't need to worry about that. Now, in terms of power levels, we don't really know. Bulma's obviously staying around the same as her power level. It says put it like a 5 or a 5 or a 6 if you want. Now, in terms of Yamcha is pretty much the last Z fighter alive. He has a lot more battle stars on his body, and he's actually pretty cool. He does carry around a typical sword that he has, and he's really cool looking. Now, I would say that with training immensely and being very serious, and he's battle hardened, Yamcha, as we know in Dragon Ball, and you can't really hold it since it's a what if now, it's been years later, I would comfortably say that Yamcha has a power level of around 400. Now, Demon King Piccolo, obviously, if Piccolo Jr. trained, I think that Demon King Piccolo would train too. It just seems like it would make sense. I mean, he's not just going to sit there. I would say that he would have a power level of potentially around maybe 3,000 to 5,000. So obviously they're not surpassing King Piccolo anytime soon. Now Yamcha here, he would actually meet the Namekians and they would befriend them. They know they do have a good heart and they would explain their situation. They would take them to go see Elder Guru, and of course when we see Elder Guru, he would read their minds, and he was deeply saddened that one of his children was split apart and had to be forced to do all this evil, as Elder Guru was very peaceful. Now, he can help them. He can unlock Bulma and Yamcha's potential. Now, the reason why for Bulma is just because so she's a little bit stronger to help out in any way that she can, whether, it's just in general. So she feels a little more safer. Now, after he unlocks her potential, Bulma would have a power level of around 5 to 6. You could say maybe around 15, or maybe 20. Now, Yamcha having a power level of nearly 400, let's say 400, I would say that he would have a power level roughly around 1,000. That would be pretty rough estimate, bringing out their latent potential. Obviously, Yamcha is shocked at this power. This is, over 2 times more powerful than he originally was. He was blessed, and he thanks him a lot for helping. And the Namekians can try and teach him and Bulma some stuff that they know and their technology and such, so maybe they can use that to help fight against it. Also, Elder Guru did comment that a lot of our Namekian warriors, they do have a pretty decent power level, roughly of around 1,000 or so, especially the more higher ranked ones. And if you guys remember, Nail. You guys don't forget about Nail. He has a power level of around 42, I think it was around 40 to 42,000. He could easily beat Demon King Piccolo. But Nail, of course, states that he cannot leave Elder Guru's side no matter what, as he does protect him. Now, of course, Elder Guru does give the idea. Now, he does talk about the fusion thing, because they talk about it. And they say, wait, if that's, I don't mean to be rude, but maybe you can have one of your Namekian guys, maybe they can fuse with a bunch of other guys, get really strong, and then they can come help us fight King Piccolo and come back. And Elder Guru thinks that might be a pretty decent idea, but he doesn't want to put any more of his people in jeopardy, sending them over to a planet. And he feels terribly sorry and he wishes that he can help them. Maybe Yamcha can actually train with Nail and grow stronger, so when he goes back, he can defeat them. A few days have passed, and this is when Elder Guru senses a very powerful energy arriving. This was none other than Goku. Now, once when Goku arrives here, Elder Guru would state saying his power level is pretty high. Now, as you guys may know, Goku has a pretty decent sized power level. Nail's going to be in a little bit of trouble here, especially since the fact that Goku can also control his Uzaru state and more. It's going to be very interesting. Now, Goku here does have a pretty decent power level, so of course he would use a scouter and scan around. Now, his goal is to find out where this spaceship is going and what they're doing, and he's very interesting to see what's happening here. He knows that this Namekian planet's very mysterious, but he knows that there's a legend that they have secret orbs that could grant a wish. Maybe he can give himself a wish, maybe wish for more power, wish for immortality, and potentially wish to become stronger. There's a lot of wishes he could do. So he decides to follow where the Namekian ship was. He looks around. He doesn't really see nothing out of the ordinary. But then until he would then see Yamcha and Bulma. They would obviously be terrified of who Goku was, and Goku would tell them, saying, "Who are you? What's your name?" And of course, Yamcha and Goku begin their battle. Now, very quickly saying, Yamcha having a power level, maybe after some training, after a while, maybe 1,000, 100, he's not beating Goku at all. Goku's laughing at his power. Goku can even just sit there and let him punch him and it's not going to do nothing. Goku's easily deflecting his attacks. He's easily overpowering Yamcha like he was a toy. Now, Yamcha was pretty badly injured here. One of the Namekians would try and stop him, saying, "Please, sir, don't do this." Goku would cut that Namekian's head clean off with one hand swipe. Kind of like how Vegeta did the freaking Guldo. Goku here is thorough. He does not play games. He does not play nice at all. So, coming around here, though, we have, guess who else? We have Nail. Now, Nail would then get in a battle stance to prepare his fight for Goku. Now, as we have last said, Nail does have a power level around 42,000. Now, Goku, before he did fight Nappa and Vegeta, did have a maximum power level of around 34,000. Now, of course, he didn't really get a Zenkai or anything because he easily defeated Nappa and Vegeta. But I will say, after fighting and after restarting his energy, plus also the fact that he does train here and there, you could throw in the fact that Goku maybe might have jumped from 34 to maybe 36,000. Either way, him and Nail would be getting their battle. This would be a legendary fight between the two Namekian and a Saiyan. Nail would obviously have the upper hand, as he does have more strength than Goku. Now, Goku would actually be kind of surprised that a Namekian is this powerful. This is crazy, as he's never seen something like that before. Now, Goku at this point, I will say this, instead of a space pod, Goku would, but since he's definitely Frieza's, underling, he's one of Frieza's he's basically his highest command, Goku would have his own little spaceship, smaller than Frieza's, but definitely able to have him with his own soldiers, his own little squadron. So he does have soldiers around, which Yamcha would actually be handling, fighting them off, as most soldiers had a power level of around 200 or so, so Yamcha can take those down. Now also, other Namekian warriors with power levels of 1,000, they can also help out as well, fight them off. Now, Goku here is getting... it's a very close battle. Nail does have some battle damage on him. And not to mention, too, Goku's natural potential when he's getting pushed into a corner and his Saiyan spirit boosts his battle power. Now, Goku here is having the time of his life. He's never had an opponent other than Frieza, of course, overpower him this much and have this close of a battle. This is what he's been wanting. He's a Saiyan. He loves battles. Now, Goku's power level does actually spike a little bit with his Saiyan spirit, going from around 36 to maybe around 40,000, and that's the maximum of his power, and it would be a really tough battle. Now, Goku would actually be able to rip off one of Nail's arms in a beam flash. Nail would then actually shock Goku, as then once when Goku flies in for an attack, Nail's arm would burst out, healing once more, and he would get the finishing blow on Goku, punching a hole right into his stomach. Goku here would then fall to the ground severely injured. Nail was getting ready to kill him, but then the rest of Goku's soldiers then fired all of their attacks, as Yamcha could definitely take down a couple of them, but when there's 20, 30 of them teaming up on you at the same time, what are you going to do? Now, of course, they would then take Goku away, because they don't know where the spaceship is, and Goku's energy is so low that they can't really track him, they would take Goku back into the healing chamber, to where Goku would be in the special healing pod and he'll be healing from his severe wound. Now, this is a near-death wound. He impaled his stomach completely, and it would kill him very shortly. Now, of course, Nail was pretty badly injured, but Dende would then heal him. Elder Guru states that Saiyan has a lot of power within him. His heart is not completely evil. No matter what version of Goku you truly believe in, other than if he's taken over by a body like Zamasu, Goku is very deep down in some versions of Goku. He does have a gentle heart, and that is just naturally from Gene. But he is, you could just say that he's pretty much like Bardock. He's exactly like Bardock. He's thorough and cold-blooded, does what he has to do, but he's not a complete monster who enjoys doing it half the time. Goku just does what he's told, no questions asked. He doesn't view them as superior to him, but he does respect warriors. So if Nail does meet up with Goku again and they fight, I think that Goku would do his natural thing, and this is just a Goku thing. He would actually spare Nail. And he would spare him because he wants Nail to come back stronger so they can have another amazing fight like that again. That's just how Goku's character's been, and I just want to leave it a little bit like that. Now, I know you guys are thinking, oh, what about Vegeta? What about Nappa? Well, the little difference here is that, well, Nappa and Vegeta, they basically kind of dissed on Goku and disrespected him and the Emperor of the Universe, like a father, basically his father figure, Frieza. So Goku doesn't take that very kindly. You don't disrespect the ruler of the universe at all. That's death. So that's why he killed him. Nail never disrespected nobody. He's just a natural warrior. He's not cocky or stupid. He's a warrior, and Goku can respect that. So Goku has a little bit of respect for you. You can potentially live, but live with the humiliating defeat that he gives you. And he also lets you live. That's an even bigger burn. But he wants you to come back stronger and fight him again. Now, Nail would be healed by Dende, and Elder Guru does play some concern. He does state, we need to keep the Dragon Balls hidden, and you guys need to leave the planet. Hopefully, maybe, potentially, Elder Guru does have an idea that maybe the Saiyan could potentially follow you to your planet, and of course, Demon King Piccolo would find out with his high power. Maybe they fight and he kills him. But other than that, Bulma would state, well, then what are we going to do? He's going to be on our planet, and he'll destroy it. So, realistically, what are you going to do? So, Elder Guru states, well, we could use the Dragon Balls to further unlock your potential. Now, if the Dragon Balls can unlock Piccolo's potential, I can definitely see it unlocking Yamcha's potential. Yamcha's like the hero right here. Or, they can also wish other Z-Fighters back, if that's what they want to do. Remember, it's 3 wishes. And they can also use that to wish the Z-Fighters back and unlock the potential as well, which they do think that could be a good idea, but they don't really know what to do because Goku's here. So, Elder Guru does have one more option, one last option that he could potentially try and do. He does know of a group called the Galactic Patrol. Now, as you guys know, this is a massive team of aliens who worry about arresting tyrants and other things like that. Now, obviously, they didn't attack Frieza because he's the biggest, baddest guy there, but Goku's not as strong as Frieza. There is some members that could potentially get him, if that's what you want to do, and he does state that, well, he has attacked innocent aliens and stuff like that. That's a good enough reason. So, Bulma and them would take this time that Kakarot, slash Goku, is pretty much weakened and in his chamber there's nothing that he could do. They would get in the Namekian ship after the Namekians actually fixed it a little bit more, made it better, and fly off to the Galactic Patrol. Once when they arrive at the Galactic Patrol, basically, facility, they would talk about how there's a Namekian called Demon King Piccolo who's taken over their planet and destroying all the humans, and also on top of that, there's a Saiyan called Kakarot, they say, or Goku, and he's attacking the Namekians and he's tried attacking us, and he is a massive higher-up for Frieza. Now, the Galactic Patrol will think about it, like, well, this will be a perfect opportunity to be able to take down one of Frieza's highest underlings. So, this would damage his empire a pretty decent amount. They would actually send some higher up guys out there to go handle it. And one of those guys, now I know this is not, okay, hold the salt for 5 seconds. I just want to add this character in here because I think it's just cool. They're actually sending out one of their strongest Galactic Patrol members named Miris. That's right, it's the angel that is being trained. I know what you guys are saying, oh, that's in Dragon Ball Super, oh, that doesn't make no sense. I just like Miris a lot, and I wanted to be in here. Now, Miris has just joined the Galactic Patrol, and he's still very powerful, and he's definitely going to go stop Demon King Piccolo, and he's going to go see what he can do about this Saiyan Goku. Now, once when he arrives on Earth, Earth is mandatory first, he would easily handle Demon King Piccolo. Not much of an issue. Demon King Piccolo would be taken into custody and locked away, and these Stark Dragon Balls would actually be sent over to Namek so they can be destroyed by Elder Guru, who is able to take out Dragon Balls. He is basically like the eldest, so he can destroy them. Now, as for Goku. Now, Goku would actually be a tougher battle. Once when Goku awakens, and this is over a couple-day period, he would then search around for the other Dragon Balls and figure out that there is a Galactic Patrol ship. And Miris walks on out. Now, Goku would state, what are you doing here, patrolman? And Miris would state, I'm here for you. Now, you can come in quietly, or I can take you in by force. Now, of course, doing this is a bad idea, as pretty much Goku would then begin his battle with Miris. Now, by the way, Goku here, instead of his power level being a maximum of like 36,000, Saiyan Spirit 40,000, you could throw in here that after a near-death Zenkai, it spiked up to maybe around 80,000. And that's like a 2 times boost, which is not insanity stronger. It would make a little bit of sense, because he was nearly killed, and an opponent beat him for the first time, other than Frieza. Now, Goku would lose pretty severely to Miris, as Miris was outclassing him in everything that he was doing. But Miris does command that this Saiyan does have pretty amazing power. He does respect it. But he does state that you will not be able to defeat him, and you just can't. So I am taking you in. And that's exactly what he does. He would knock out Goku and place these special cuffs on him that actually nullify all strength and ki reserves. So Goku's pretty much like a normal human. He's pretty much powerless for now. They would take him to the Special Galactic Patrol area, and Goku would be trialed and imprisoned. Now, of course, Frieza would hear about this, and Frieza would wonder, what is he going to do? Now, normal Frieza would say, oh, that's too bad, I guess. He can rot. But since this is Goku's son, Frieza, I think, is a little bit irritated why he would lose. It kind of goes against everything he taught him. And he'll find a way to potentially get Goku out of there. And that is it for this video, you guys. Thank y'all for watching. I'm so happy to be back, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Try to join the membership, show some support for the channel. We are also, in a couple months, going to be rolling up on my 1-year anniversary. So, I want to get to 10,000 subscribers before the 1-year anniversary happens, so I can do a very special video that I told you guys before for what if Major Dragon was in Dragon Ball, and I'm really excited to be able to do that for you. And it hasn't been without you guys. Let's get to 10,000 subscribers. We're probably, what, 100 something away or 200 plus away. That's it for this video. Thank y'all for